also in '84, Secret Wars, the storyline kicked off. And that is, my friends, another marketing strategy.
Yep.
It was another thing that was tied into the whole scramble for toys.
Yeah, it was insane reading up on the history of Secret Wars before we came into the studio here, where I knew, like, I wasn't a giant comic book kid growing up. Actually, ironically, I've gotten more into them as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I knew it was a huge crossover, this big event, and it's only called Secret Wars because two marketing dudes were like, here's what kids like, secrets and wars. And that's
It'll sell
literally-
huge.
That's literally it.
And the whole reason for it was they're like, we need to have a battle where every hero fights every villain.
Yeah.
We need a play set.
Yeah, and then they said that the toy companies were literally like, you need to come up with, you know, new fortresses and new, you know, sort of
costumes.
things so we can sell new toys. And like, and again, sort of to the creators' credit, you know, it could have been and probably should have been just hot garbage. But it actually turned out to be like, you know, a good, like an interesting crossover storyline, like a big epic. They took it more seriously than they needed to.
Yeah, this ultimately gave us Venom for crying out loud.
exactly.
I mean, that's, if nothing else, there's a legacy of Secret Wars. But and also this idea that crossovers becoming such a big thing. A year later, you know, DC would kind of mimic this and build on it with Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yep.
And you have another huge storyline spanning a lot of issues. As a kid, I didn't have subscriptions though, and this drove me crazy. I would buy an issue that would have a Secret Wars story,
Yeah.
and I would want to read the next one, but I couldn't get back to the store and get it, so I'd have to read like 3 later, and I'd be like, what happened between these?
Yeah, before there was a comic book store in my town, we just had to buy them in like, you know, wherever, drugstores, grocery stores, wherever. And so yeah, I was the same way. I would have an issue here and there, and I'd be like, "What's happening? What is the Beyonder doing to these
what's
people?"
going on?
Also, who's the Beyonder?
Yeah.
Beyonder is some rad '80s dude who just shows up and he's like, "Fight everybody!"
He's some
Just-
lame 80s nerd.
He's got like the quintessential '80s outfit on too. Which
Yeah,
is awesome.
like he was just one of those wonderful products of kind of 80s like whatever kind of hubris, where it's just like, hey, he's the Beyonder and he's from not Earth.
Do you
He's
know where
fine.
he's from? It's Beyond, okay?
Beyond
the name means
someplace.
something.
I really love that the name Secret Wars was just focus tested all the hell, and that's how we ended up with it.
That is
and then it's
amazing.
still like 2015. It's
Yeah,
like
they're doing Secret Wars again.
They made the TV shows, they've done cartoons.
Yeah, and now it's you know percolated all through the decades.
Yeah,
Just from-
absolutely.